Hello. Grand evening, grand rising, grand afternoon. Wherever in the world you are, welcome, welcome. Saturday evening, Sunday morning, wherever in the world you are. Hi. Welcome. We are prepping for the full moon lunar eclipse coming up on Tuesday, and in some parts of the world, I believe it is on Wednesday, if I'm not mistaken. That makes sense anyways. Hi, kids. Hope you're all doing well. I think we're all here. Hi, Miss Lisa. How are you? Grand evening. Welcome. Welcome, welcome, love. I'm going to give everybody a chance to come on in the room. I've got new oracle decks that we're going to be playing with. I have a new pirate deck, and I love it, and we're going to get to probably use it. We're going to look at the week ahead. We're going to look at a spread. I haven't decided if I'm going to do a Celtic or a Tree of Life. We'll see when we cross that bridge. I'm not very familiar with the Tree of Life, but I was doing those for a little bit. But I am very familiar with the Celtic. Everybody who reads tarot should at least know the Celtic cross. It's the basic grand poobah of all readings, and it gives you a basic picture of positions and answers, potential answers, or guidance based on the position. And we can get a general reading on the Celtics, and usually the Tree of Life will take us there as well. So you doing a little better today? That's good. Yesterday was horrible. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I am so empathetic to your position. I get it. I know how restricted you are, and to have to sit in that is a real challenge, and to be the one to have to pull yourself out of it, to not have any help from your surroundings as well is, gosh, that's tough. It's really, really tough, but you're being pushed. You know what I mean? There's some kind of a push here that I think you're being asked to step up to handle. Therapy is always the best place to start with that. So at least you're doing therapy. You do probably need to up your therapy, but we did discuss that last time, how I think more frequently would do you very beneficial, at least for a duration, until you can, until you feel like you can scale it back. The point is to get resources from your therapy, to not become dependent upon it, but to utilize it to get the tools you need to help you kind of navigate your way through this. It's hard to think in that term, to use it for what it's for whenever you probably need to vent. You probably need to, release. And as much as you think you have and you're tired of releasing, there's going to be more. Trump, well, thank you for sharing. Get you a couple of these to distract the heck out of you. That's wonderful, Bumper. Why are we doing this here? Bro. Can you? I know, but good God, dude. Cats. To be a cat is so in the moment. They're so in the moment. You know how many things we've been through? Oh my God. How many times I've almost lost that thing? I've taken him on the road with me. He's traveled in the RV. He has gotten out. He has escaped my apartment in the middle of a storm. This cat is eaten. He has eaten up about 5 of them. 5 of his 9. None of that none of it phases him. There's a constant in his life that as long as his life source is here, but to be an animal. Hi, Delaney. How are you, darling? Were you just in time to catch the show? It's so embarrassing. Cats. They have no couth. Hey, Frederick. How are you? How are you, kids? Did y'all see my false start last night? I was going to go on last night, and I did advertise for it, but something had come up, and then it wasn't an issue, but I went ahead and took it anyway and decided to just leave it for tonight instead of yesterday, and then I took yesterday to do something else. I've been getting up really early. Has anybody else been getting up like early? I'm getting up 2 hours before my alarm, which is super frustrating because I'm already getting up 3 hours before I have to be at work. So I give myself plenty of time to have a full morning to handle the animals, to relax, to not rush. And that little 2 hours of being robbed is doing something. I do plan to get a spiritual bath. I took the time last night to just clean my bathroom because on the 3rd, y'all, I'm going to get to have my first spiritual bath in over a year. It's been over a year since I've treated myself to an actual like herbs and candles and crystals and binaural beats and a warm tub with oils and the speaker going to get the water. I'm excited. It's been a long time since I've done one of these, but my plan is on Tuesday, on the 3rd, the day of the lunar eclipse, I'm doing a spiritual bath, and I'm very much looking forward to it. So now my bathroom's ready. But the point of all that is to have your space prepared, right? You want a clean space so you can clear yourself and be ready for that energy, for that connectivity, your subconscious, your consciousness, your spirituality to your earthly self. So very early, like 6 a.m. when it's weekend. Oh yeah. Oh my gosh. If it's the weekend or if it's my weekend and I get to sleep until like 8, I'm giddy. I'm ecstatic because that is I passed all the moments that would have depleted me or possibly required me to get either a very long meditation or a nap. So it could be a meditation plus nap because it's, inevitable sometimes. When you're just that sleepy, it's just inevitably you have the meditative nap. So it's all been a minute. I wouldn't have been disappointed to do it another day. Bad times there again. Okay. Things are bad there too today for you, Fred? Things are tough for you? Today's not good? It's all good. You know what happened also is I almost changed it back to doing last night again because I was like, forget it. I'm energized. Whatever was going to block me came through early and then I was open. But then I used that energy to get myself ready for the 3rd and then to push everything, to give everybody plenty of notice to get on here. And then I was like, okay, well, let me go see what TikTok's doing. So I'll go to TikTok and just jump on there real quick. That'll be like an hour and a half. I can burn some energy, hang out, say hi. I went on TikTok and there were some big names reading. I would have been a speck of dust on an ornament in the backdrop. I would have been very overlooked that night. Last night was popping. One of my favorite recording artists was reading on TikTok last night. She was doing yes and no questions and taking readings, and it was so surreal. I was watching her do readings. I was like, I love you. I love your music. I sing your songs. I jam you in the car. Holy crap. Wow, I can't believe you're online. And I was just like, I'm not gonna I'm not going to interfere. I'm not going to jump on. I don't know. I was like, I'm going to let you have it. And I just went away and did something else. But I did. Oh man, it was popping last night, so I didn't even bother. Use my energy other ways. Think I'll have a power nap later today. That sounds good, Delaney. Power nap. What's your idea of a power nap? What's a power nap? Is that 30 minutes or less? Or is it about an hour? I just took about an hour and a half. And my body kept trying to take more because my alarm did go off to give me plenty of time. And I think I laid there for 15 minutes, almost going back to sleep. And I was like, nope, gotta go live. It's scheduled. I won't get in trouble with my boss. Days are getting hard. So, what is he dealing with? Oh man. Is this a new development, Fred, with her? Is this a new development, the anger and the level of elevation that's happening? Is that a new development? 30 minutes? Oh, I can't do those. Those make me more tired. That's a air and earth energy thing. I don't know. I've never been able to do those. I need at least an hour. If I'm gonna nap, it has to be at least an hour for it to like be good. Otherwise, I'm like, I feel so wrong. Hi, Bianca. How are you? I'm happy to see the Facebook folks showing up. Good to see you, stranger. How you been? Popped in to share some love. Oh, well, thank you. I appreciate it. You know, I may not be on very long. I can just do a quick reading. We can do a quick reading and see how the week's going to pan out. I could do a quick Celtic cross and then we can just be done with it. I'll run over to TikTok real quick and see what's popping over there. Shoot, if my freaking celebrity friend's on, I'm my friend. Since you're a tarot reader like me, we're all in the club. I'm great. I'm fantastic. Had a big full day. Worked. Did a really good haircut. One of my clients found me. He brought. It's kids, like middle schoolers and high schoolers. Yeah, I make sure they look perfect. Young boys need to look perfect. I don't give anybody. I appreciate you, Delaney. So sweet. So sweet. I hope you have a lovely, lovely day. Let's see. This is extreme. Refusing to eat. She said it to this extreme. Taking meds. Okay, so the physical stuff towards you is new, but it's reason to call ambulance. Yeah. Delaney, I hope you get your power nap. Enjoy your day, babe. You earned it. That is terrible. I'm so sorry. It's rough. Well, maybe we won't be very long. I won't be very long, so I won't hold you because I know you like to be here to help monitor for me because you're so kind. Because you are the best, Frederick. To just jump in, volunteer. I'll do it. I'll step in. I'll make sure you have a nice, safe room for everybody else to just volunteer to do that. You're amazing. So much, much, much appreciated. Verbal is not, physical is. Oh my goodness. I'm so sorry. Bianca, anything going on with you, babe? Camera looks close, huh? You can see my veins. Wow, this camera's good. You see all my little hairs? Wow. You can see my moles. This camera's good. Oh, Frederick. Okay. Let's get on with it. Okay. You know. All right, let's look at the week ahead real quick. Maybe this will be a quick reading. Hey, maybe I'll get more views because it's not 2.5, 3 hours long. Yeah, heard. Let's see. Shall I use the new pirate deck? Because why not? This is the new pirate deck. I love this deck. So freaking cool. Knight of Wands. It's one of those, it looks like a Chinese dragon. The Knight of Pentacles, I think, is riding a tiger. Anyway, let's use it. Poor violation of the order protection against your ex just doesn't stop. Oh my gosh. Goodness. I'm so sorry. Goodness, everybody's going through it, man. Whew. This deck's too slick still. Okay, this deck's too slick. I haven't technically had it a week. I usually like to bond with them a week before I use them. So it's not quite ready. We will use... Let's do my old favorite. We'll just do my favorite. For my darling, the Catherine O'Hara tribute deck here. Man, everybody's going through it. I am so sorry. Okay, got Justice card coming out. Look at the Justice card falling out as I'm thinking about you all. This is balance. This is retribution. This is things leveling out finally, fair. Things becoming more fair, more balanced. Got Libra energy. Got an Ace of Pentacles also coming out. This is opportunity. This is a new beginning. So the week coming ahead, let's look. Let's look at it. The week coming ahead. We'll go Sunday through Saturday. Sunday, that's tomorrow. The technical, I think it's the technical beginning of the week for some. Okay, here we go. What can I tell my collective? We'll do a regular Celtic for everybody. Oh, this deck is not willing to spread. I hear you. Okay. Okie dokie. Sorry about that. And say Here we go. What's the U position? I can't decide. It takes two. Okay. It takes two, baby. 3 of Cups. 9 of Wands. 9 of Wands is your guard up. So we definitely... Well, thank you, Fred. I appreciate you. Rebel, stop. I have a package delivered and my dog's trying to open it. She likes to help me open things. She's very, very cute. She'll dig at it and sniff it and bury her nose in it and try to get it. Okay, kids, the U position, 9 of Wands, guard up. Your defenses are up. You've been through it. This is that wounded warrior, okay? This is somebody who is taking it all in stride, ready for whatever's coming next. You've been through it. You're beat up. You got the bandages on. You are taking inventory of everything that's gone on and what you need to do to handle that last little momentum. The 9 is that moment just before. So we have the 3 of Cups. 3 of Cups is this gathering. I almost feel like there's a sense of community that's going to be rallying around. This is getting together. This is being able to vent and discuss. It's almost like a cuss and discuss. I think you're able to finally find a place for some of you to be able to talk and to be able to work through some things verbally, emotionally with the cups out here. Some of you could be getting together with your friends, talking about everything that you've been through. You could be getting ready to get out and get yourself more social. If you've been in hiding a lot lately, if you've just kind of been hunkering down, taking it, this is kind of taking your stride, taking your Mercury's in retrograde. Y'all know how wonderful these are for me. I believe I was born and I believe there was a retrograde happening whenever I was born. So these affect me pretty heavily. Anyway, so we have 9 of Wands, defenses up, getting out there, putting yourself more out there, but you still have your defenses up. Okay. I do like that the Justice and the Ace of Pentacles has come out. What crosses or compliments you? Crossing you. Yep, you've been through it. That's that fight, that battle. Long, hard road, baby. It feels like you've been taking punches left and right. You've been trying to give it as good as you get, but this feels like an all-out war you've just gone through. It feels like you have been getting hammered left and right. It feels like once you accomplish one thing, something else is going on. And then once you turn around to handle that, something hasn't quite finished or is not quite done with you, and it's going to come back and it's going to try you again. This feels like you're just getting it from all angles. Okay, goodness. What's the best that can be achieved this week? Oh, 7 of Cups. This is confusion. This is being overwhelmed emotionally. I think it starts to wear on you a little bit this week. You're going to be aware of the heaviness of having to deal and to overcome the moments as they're happening. I do see you guys starting to try to weigh your options here, but it does feel like there's just so much going on. The 7 of Cups, the 9 of Wands, the 5 of Swords, this feels very heavy. For some of you, this has to do with, it seems like every single time you try to come together with people, it gives you one more reason why you need to just keep your shields up. Every single time you try to get out there and get yourself back into the fold, back together with people, whenever you're even trying to deal with people, anybody, even in the most minor terms, because this is a very minor card. Even in the most minor terms, it feels like it's just one thing after another after another. The best that can be achieved with that 7 of Cups is saying that we're getting overwhelmed. We're kind of letting it get to us, unfortunately. Tell me, what is the foundation? Go down here. Goodness. What's the foundation? Okay, 2 of Cups. I think this is asking you to simplify. This is asking you to make better emotional decisions. It's about trying to remain optimistic about the choices that you are making as best as you can. There's a lot of emotion behind this 2 coming together. This is about, being more simple. Maybe it's too much emotions to deal with too many people. Maybe this is about, simplifying it down, dealing with less rather than more. I think more is overwhelming you. I think this is pulling you in too many directions. The foundation here is asking you to just simplify. Even if this is just with you and what you love to do for yourself. If this is about you making decisions that are for your greatest and highest good versus for everybody and all the things. Hi, Natalia. Hello, sweetie. Welcome to the chat. Good to see you. Thanks for showing up. This is probably going to be a pretty short reading today. I think I'm going to finish here and let everybody get on with their evenings, and I might bump over to TikTok after this, see what's happening over there, and then, yeah. But I'm here. We're doing a quick outlook for the week, love, just to catch you up. What's that recent past? Oh, shit. I should say so. Excuse me. Look, it made me cuss. Your recent past. The shit have hitteth the fan, my darlings. It feels like you're going through it. This is you bobbing and weaving. Everything is crumbling around you. It feels like you're just kind of being taken down to the studs. Whether you like it or not, whether you asked for this or not, whether you were prepared for it or not, it's happening. This is happening. This is starting to make more sense. Why the Justice and the Ace of Pentacles came out. This is almost asking you to look for your opportunities where you can, to try to balance yourself, to make things more of an even flow as best as you can. Forgive my Mercury retrograde stutters. Okay, what's your immediate future? See if we can't turn this around. Okay, Four of Pentacles is good. I do like the Four of Pentacles. After all this, especially, this is about you being more restrictive. This is about you, again, being very held back, being very guarded still, but this is about focusing on what you are able to build from, if that makes sense. So if you are being overwhelmed by your relationships and your friendships, your partnerships, whatever, what have you, if it's overwhelming to deal with everybody and everybody at work and all of their crap and all of that politics, and then your kids and all of their drama, and then their friends' dramas, and then you got, your family calling you and they've got all this drama going on, and then it's just pulling you in 1,000 different directions. The Four of Pentacles for your immediate future has you just closing up. You're closing up shop. You're sticking with what you know, what you can deal with. This is about you holding your cards a little bit more close to your chest. You're not being so open with everything. You're being more reserved. This is about putting yourself on your energy budget. I'm going to see a lot of you starting to put yourself on an energy budget. This is you being very restrictive about what you can do and how long and to what extent. This is being more pragmatic and more focused on self and what you can and cannot. Okay. Even more beautiful things rise. Absolutely. And this is the foundation. This is that Four of Pentacles where you're starting to just kind of close it back in. Close it back in. Sit a little bit more tight. This is about putting yourself on an energy budget going forward. We don't need to spread ourselves so thin. Being more mindful of how you're spending your energy, how much of your energy is being invested, when to stop and pull back, to take better account, to take better account for what's being done and for how long, and start to pull that back. Okay. Having medical issues, trying to help and listen to her while dealing. Yep. Oh my goodness. Yeah. That's spread way too thin, Fred. Plus you're online. You're very active in the community that you've built. So you have to pick and choose. This is a time about picking and choosing, taking advantage of the opportunities where you can, and being more mindful about what you have to offer. This is all I have to offer right now. I can give you, I've got about 30 minutes to give, and I've got to get back to what I'm doing. If you can tell me about this much, and I apologize, I'm not going to have very much advice. I'm not going to be very mentally available right now, but I will listen to you, and I will take this bit of information you're giving me and find a place for it at some point. Okay. Putting yourself on a budget. This is an energy budget we need, okay? Oh, Natalia, what a sweet angel. Thank you, love, for that beautiful gift of energy, that healing energy. Absolutely. I think I'm going to do a candle for everybody. Who's making noise? Knock it off. Okay. We're going to do a candle for everybody. I got the 9 of Wands at the bottom of the deck. Here's the Ace of Wands. Interesting. Look at all these wands. Look at the similarities here. Look at what you're doing. We are powerful. We are manifestors. We are creator beings. This is you taking all that you're given. What you don't see at the bottom of the deck is this is about to turn around for you in a very, very empowering way. We have the Magician. There's something here. This is a restructure, you guys. This is that something beautiful on the other side that Fred was talking about. What that was being said there in the chat. You guys see right over here. After this, we are quickly turning around. There's the King of Cups. Okay. We got things turning around. Here's 4 Wands after the 3 of Swords. Page of Pentacles. This looks very good. This looks like we're able to finally start to be more in control of the drama as it occurs, which helps it to kind of pan itself out. This kind of gives you that ability to orchestrate and kind of use what you can, how you can, to be able to see more clearly, because some of this chaos tends to fall away. It tends to stop piling up. I don't see it piling up anymore. I see us finally getting a chance to have a moment to start to use that empowerment and build ourselves back up. We've got mental and emotional balance. We have some sort of a new journey occurring. There's a lot of knowledge and strength, confidence. There's a lot that's come from a lot of this experience that we've just gone through. It basically empowers you. It truly is the saying of that which does not kill us makes us stronger. And we're being faced with this opportunity now. We're being faced with a new opportunity to rebuild something very beautiful out of the other side of all this chaos. Taken down to base. But this is asking for you to put yourself on an energy budget so that you can think more clearly and empower yourself. Use this experience to do what you do best. Okay. To do what you do best. But you see the moment in the movies, right, where the superhero, it's just before the climatic end, whenever they have that moment of empowerment, where they finally are able to utilize everything that's happened to them to overcome this last obstacle, to be able to free themselves up to really do what they're meant to do. But this is punch after punch after punch after punch after hit after crash after, it's a lot. We are human beings. We are not superheroes in a movie. So you're being tested. There's many, many, many tests in life. They don't always come from another person. Sometimes they come from experience after experience after experience. And just when you think that you've had enough, you're being pushed to the limit to see what your threshold is. What is your threshold before you say, enough? I am taking control of this. I am budgeting myself. I am pulling back. I am getting more restrictive. I'm getting more protective, even more protective. It's not getting you back on your heels. This is getting you in the point of restructuring and taking control. This is not just about holding your own and trying to hold your footing. This is about taking your power back. And it starts with getting yourself on an energy budget. Energy budgets are your time, including how much of your time is going to be given to other people. This is about being very mindful of our productivity, our rest, your eating, even your eating schedules, as simple as that. Taking time out of your whole entire week to just shut everything off and take care of you. Take care of your things, because unfortunately, no one does it for us. And just when you think, oh, I've got help, and then your help just kind of is there. Just, what do you want me to do? Where can I help? What? Look around. Pick a corner. Begin away. Okay. All right. Let's see. What is... another message? Anything else my culture needs? Let's look at... what's some advice? We've got the Ten of Pentacles. Ten of Pentacles is security. Two of Cups. That's that simplification. That's what we were talking about. That was the foundation that we had in the last reading, the Two of Cups. So now we're looking at it being the secure answer, is in you simplifying, getting things nice and minimal. Minimize, minimize, minimize. Don't add, subtract. We don't need to be adding anything right now. If you think, oh my gosh, I need to go post a motive. Oh, that's nice. It still takes time. It still does. Trust me, I know. I've had, even if I don't have the energy to go on and do a full-on reading, I'm still thinking, well, I need to at least post something. And it's something that's a fraction of your day that you're just like, it's kind of this thing in the back of your mind going, oh, well, here's this other thing you need to do. But this is, see, the simplification. The simplification is where you will find your security. That's where your security comes in. Is where you start to feel more grounded, more in control, where you start to feel more like things are manageable. What else? I also appreciate your patronage, my dear friend. Thank you so much. Much obliged. Ace of Swords. So earlier we had the Ace of Wands. We had the Ace of Pentacles. This is the Ace of Swords. This is about being very matter of fact, very practical. This is having clarity to think so that you know where to begin. You know even where to start, what needs to be done. This is about taking one thing at a time. Simplify, simplify, simplify. Yes, energy magnets. Absolutely. We become energy magnets. We are. Especially in our frequency. The frequency I resonate at and my collective resonates at. Where we rest in our frequency is a magnet. It draws people in. Whenever you're in this place of resonating knowledge and practicing what we've learned, and we are putting out our best face into the world, and we are being useful, and we are being um, of the world, while we are, able to maintain a frequency level, that's an energy magnet. People who are in a low frequency are drawn to that to try to help pull them up. People that are in a higher frequency are drawn to us to try to lift us to their levels too. So it's a magnet. Look, here's the 10 of Cups. Look, guys, it's going to get better. Simplification is your answer. This is where your joy is going to come in. You're going to really start to feel a lot more easy in life. Things are going to start to flow better for you. Simplify. Okay. We're going to practice the KISS method. Keep it simple, simple. Keep it super simple. KISS. Keep it super simple, right? I knew the moon. Oh my God. I thought that first one was the moon because of the puppy dogs. You doggies. But there's two. There's wolves on this one. There's I believe that's a stray dog. And the wolf. I believe that's what some cards depict, is a wolf, and then one is like a regular dog. But they are like joining together. But anyway, the moon, bottom of the deck. I felt like the moon was coming out. Look, 8 of Pentacles. Okay. And the King of Swords. That King of Swords. Head over heart decisions. A lot of us have to pull our emotional investments out of the equation. They're always going to be there. That energy flow is already made. It's something that we don't need to keep pouring into. We don't need to keep pouring into our emotional investments whenever we are spread so thin. If you're spread too thin, you have nothing to pour into anything else. So you have to start budgeting and minimizing. Stop adding, start subtracting. Okay. That King of Swords, though, this is asking for us to be not so easily assuaged into giving and persuaded into, moving us outside of what we've already said we could do. This is the equivalent of somebody asking you for a little bit more after you've already done. I know you just helped me. I just need just this little bit more. If you possibly could. This is about you saying, well, let's think about this logically. Does this make sense? You're handling this without emotion, and you're looking at it with a very matter-of-fact approach. And it's almost a little bit cold. You have to be a little bit more cold, less emotional, because this has to be, does it make sense? Is it practical? Is it logical to do this? Bringing your logic in to overpower the emotions. This is going to be what gives you control over everything, because our emotions have been what has gotten us off track in the first place. I feel like I need to help. I feel like this is going to help. Okay. Versus, can I really do this? Does it make sense? Is this going to be beneficial in the long run? Am I enabling or am I helping? Right? We have to make that decision. This is where you're going to be kind of using your intuition and basing this, this is a per person situation here with that moon card coming out. This is as it comes up, as you have experienced before, you need to use your best judgment. And this is going to be more of a feeling. You're going to have to use your feelings on this. And as I always say, the more self-aware you are, the easier you can feel that energy around you. But if you're taking all that energy on, you're going to get lost and muddled and diluted whenever you're trying to make these decisions going forward. So y'all have got to minimize all that energy you're taking on. It's overwhelming you. Okay. Overwhelming. Hi, Layla. Good to see you. You snuck in on me, didn't you? Oh my gosh, I didn't realize I'm just talking. Hi, sweetie. Okay. Just talking and talking. Look at the Eight of Pentacles. This is about, does it make sense? Does this work well with what I've got going on? Is this something that I can, practically work into my schedule? Or does it need to be set aside for later? So this Eight of Pentacles is about organizing yourself, organizing your thoughts, organizing your time, structuring everything. This is about being way more practical. Yeah, sneaking in. You bought a mini reading? Cute. Thank you, lovely. Cut a few people off, but it's difficult for everything so deeply. I know. That's us. We are having that human experience while dealing, energetically with every single thing happening. That's why we're here, man. We got the Page of Cups. We got the Queen of Pentacles. This is practical. This is supportive. But this is about being very, this is more picky, choosy about what you can do. It's not saying you've completely closed your heart off and too bad, so sad, sucks to be you. You should have got here sooner. That's not what this is. That's not what this is. This is about you being very selective about how your support is given. Does it make sense? Is it practical? Is it really helping? Am I really helping or am I enabling? We have to have that. We have to have that clarity of mind to be able to know. Okay. And you can't have that clarity of mind if you're over freaking whelmed. You just can't. It doesn't work. Try as we might to compartmentalize. Thank you, Spirit. Try as we might to I love Mercury retrograde. It's so fun. Try as we might to compartmentalize every single thing that happens. It's difficult because we're human. We have emotion. We feel things. And there's always some sort of energy around us to make sure that we're feeling, because we're water. 70% of us, 70% of your body is water. So you feel. We're fluid. It flows. You bought a mini reading? True people are in your life. I know. Absolutely. Especially whenever you start to say, I've done a lot so far. I have got to pull back a little bit. I'm so sorry that I cannot do what you're asking. I appreciate you coming to me and trusting that I can help you. I'm spread so thin right now. Some of you may not even feel like offering an explanation. We deal with some people sometimes that we offer explanations and they see it as a challenge, to try to wear on us more, which pushes us to a point to where we don't want to go. I said, no, you have to be firm and you have to use, more assertion. That bothers me. That bothers me a lot when people try to tiptoe over my boundaries that I'm trying to set. That bothers me a lot. It actually makes me want to just push back even harder and start, putting bricks up. I start building my little wall of How dare you? I said no. I said what I said when I said it. Okay. Sometimes I wish I could be a robot to do some things. I mean, I used to say that. I used to say I wish that there was some kind of a surgery or something I could do that would turn my emotions down. But I'm a water sign. I have my moon is in the, what is it, the 29th, the 28th degree, 28th degree, which I've heard is a very emotional position for it to be in. So it's already emotional enough because it's your moon, but it's just extra, extra because the Cancer placement wasn't enough. Here's a little more. Oh, I cry at everything. I can cry at the drop of a dime. That's why I thought I could be a good actress, because it's easy for me. It's easy for me. Very emotional, but then I can also just go into battle mode if my emotions aren't serving me. Yay for Libra moon. It goes. Okay, let me see here. For the mini, I got you here, darling. Okay, what would you like your mini reading on? You can ask 3 questions, and then I will run Oracle at the end whenever you're ready. We're going to go ahead and do 3 big deep breaths. All the way down your toes. Let it go for me, Leila. Yeah, water sign's tough. Okay. Ooh. All right, Leila, whenever you're ready. Everything on your own. Everyone has enough going on, and it's hard for you to depend on others. Yeah, that too. That's when you have to start budgeting. You have to start pulling back and saying, I can't do this. I'm already doing this. Sorry. Or this is all I can do for you. I only have the capacity for this. And then only do that for now. And it's not like you're just saying, never, ever again am I ever going to help you go away. That's not what you're saying whenever we say no. No is a perfectly acceptable answer. Okay? Y'all have got to understand that when we are givers, my love language is acts of service. That's my love language. And it can be very easily taken advantage of, because it's how I express my care and my empathetic side, and my emotional side is giving. But when I do too much of that, myself, my life, myself, my needs, they all take a back burner on the whole stove, and it's back there burning on the pot, crusting up, ruining the pan, killing a meal, wasting money. There's all kinds of negative things that happen there. It's not always good to always give. It's good to give, but it's not good to always give. Does that make sense? Pisces need to learn how to rein and utilize it for all pause. It's difficult. It is. It takes healing. It takes a lot of inner work for us to use all of our quirks and our eccentricities and the uniquities that make each and every single one of us special, to use them to their fullest potential in the most prophetic, perfect ways. That takes a lot of inner work to be able to manage all the time, constantly. So acts of service. Yeah, that's it. That's my love language, acts of service. And it's easy to get taken advantage of when that's your love language. And that's how you show your servitude. That's your servitude, right? So charity would be big for me, philanthropy, things like that. So, but yeah. Okay. All right, here we go, Layla. Okay. What does Layla need to focus on when your finances straighten out and you start a new job? Will it be successful? Will you learn tools to heal your trauma and past? Eating better and doing therapy? Reiki, massage? Okay. For your inner healing. Okay. Now you're saying try Reiki or massage, and you're talking about having a service done for you, right? You're not trying to learn Reiki or learn massage and then go out and become a practitioner. You're looking to have it be added into your therapy. Is that correct? The cat just affirmed it. He's like, yeah. When it's gifts. Oh, yeah. Yeah. You probably have like a Leo placement thing in there. They're big givers, or fifth house stuff. Big in the gifts. Yeah. All three are the last couple kind of wish. Okay, yeah. Service for you. Good. Okay, good. 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 Okay, here we go. Here we go. What does Miss Layla need to focus on? All right, here we go. He's working in the background. He's such a funny boy. Funny boy. Okay. Here we go. What does Miss Layla? Okay. Ace of Pentacles, Three of Swords. Focus on. Have you done any of your inner healing? Have you done any of your inner work yet? Have you started anywhere, like therapy, or have you read any books? Have you been participating in any, not participating in, but showing up for like live podcasts or TED Talks or... need to focus on? Three of Wands, Three of Swords, Three of Wands. Pair of threes out here. I think that's going to be a big part of it, Eight of Wands. I think that's going to be a big part of a lot of what your focus needs to be, is to work on a lot of that trauma that rests with you, that carries through life with you, that comes up whenever you are experiencing, negative situations, when somebody says something that is triggering to you, that kind of pulls you out of your momentum or takes you off focus. There are experiences and lifelong challenges that are staying in your mind and in your heart. These are affecting the decisions that you're making. They truly are. It stays with us in a lot of the choices and decisions we're making. A little brokenhearted right now, honestly, because I was giving too much energy to someone that didn't value. Going to therapy, reading books, codependency. Okay. Okay, listening to positive things. Good. So you dove into your healing. Now I do see, since these two came out together, and then the Three of Wands to the Eight of Wands, so I do see you being able to finally start to see some movement happening here. I think that there was a path that had been taken. You saw some moment and it kind of led you to possibly, what feels almost like the same old, same old. And what you've experienced now has you saying, okay, I'm ready for something to change. I'm looking for a shift to happen here. I see some very fast, quick action. There is absolutely some movement away. Very hurt recently. Okay. So that's just a recent thing, but it's like in addition to. But yeah, it's going to show up. Excuse me. I'm so sorry. Ooh. Okay. Now I've got Six of Wands, Two of Pentacles, Magician. Okay. Let's see here. What else? Anything else? There we go. There you go. That's a big major decision. I think it's almost eye-opening. It feels like this opportunity for you to have this recent heartbreak is just one more on top of everything else that's already happened. You already have pain happening, and it's like you're, like I just talked about in the last reading, been adding to it. Now I think we're finally looking forward to having some movement towards a different direction. I see you looking away from these decisions, from this realization, from this harsh truth that has been discovered, possibly a pattern. And it almost feels like the awareness starts to open up this movement to where things start to become more clear and more open. Then this feels like some sort of divine awareness happening here with the Judgment coming up. It's divine awareness. This feels like you finally waking up to the message, hearing it loud and clear, finally. Five of Pentacles, Four of Cups, High Priestess, Wheel of Fortune. So yeah, there's some changes and shifts happening. This Four of Cups is the card of us doing the pros and cons. This is that, leaning into that relationship with your higher self to kind of look at where you're moving to next. I think you've been intuitively feeling these karmic lessons that have been occurring and reoccurring over and over again. So you are getting the message. You are hearing it. But this is a matter about, it's all good and well to be called to the healing and called to do the inner work. But this is about the discipline to stay with it and stick on the path to free ourselves of old patterns. This takes us being really tired and over the fact of, going through these things again, being in this position of needing to change and looking for, some sort of empathy or sympathy or help or, having that wealth of knowledge kind of at your hands and in your head, but ignoring it anyway and kind of doing what feels good in the moment, and then looking back on those decisions later and kind of taking inventory here. Karmic lessons, yeah, they're big here. Okay. Whoa, girl, you had a lot. You're trying to sneak in there with some other stuff. Let's see here. Okay, so finances straighten out. So did you get a new job? You said I start a new job, or is it will I start a new job? The death card. Yeah, you're being pushed to major changes. I think this is like some sort of an uproot. You know, it's like it's an unearthing of your choices that have led you up to the point now, and you kind of looking back and taking inventory and stock of that and looking at that. Let's see. Oh, you do start Monday. Okay, let's look at it then. Is this new job going to be successful? All right. Yes. Yes. I've got success here. This feels like a fantastic new opportunity. Here's the Fool card. And I see here that there's going to be an opportunity for you to really develop yourself, to learn a lot. Eight of Wands again. Eight of Wands again. This looks good. Full-time, a part-time, and a seasonal job. Oh my goodness. This is why you've got the Six of Pentacles. So you need to balance everything. You're going to have a lot of things going on. You're going to need to really have your kind of temperament and balance here. The Hierophant is asking for you to have, you know, your head on straight when you're doing all this. It's going to be really easy for you to get overwhelmed here in about 3 months. You're going to feel it. You just start to feel that, you know, the feelings of your job and like, oh man, this is tough and this is tough and this is tough. But just kind of remember what the prize is at the end of the road. The Hierophant reminds us to look at the bigger picture of things. Okay, the down the road, way, way, way down the road. What is the end all be all of everything happening here? Okay. Goodness. So you're going to have 3 jobs. Yeah. Things are going to be moving real fast. This will be good for you as far as distracting you, but it's not going to be very beneficial for you to have a lot of time to, you know, focus on the healing side of things. Honestly, if you're spread that thin, you're going to have a lot of things going on. I think you're going to be doing your level best to try to make sure that everything is flowing smoothly and that it's not getting tripped up or tangled up here. Urgent care, triage by phone, full time. Okay. Seasonal at the airport. Going to hire a housekeeper and delegate things I can. Good. Okay, great. Good. Don't forget to take care of you too. Never believe who shows you in the beginning. Oh yeah. Yep, the beginning. The beginning is the testing of all the things they've ever done and before. This is what they know to do. Okay, here's a new person. This is all the things I talk about. This is all the things I divulge. This is, you know, my flirting style. And so they use all that. This is the everything's coming out in the beginning. This is all the woo, the things that work, right? The things that work. And then life happens. And then we see the real person. And all the stuff that was shown to us in the beginning becomes this distant memory of, okay, where'd that guy go? What happened to that person? Where'd that energy go to? Things shift fast. Fred's exactly right. The beginning, the honeymoon phase, that first 3 months, we are putting on our best face. Everyone puts their best face on within the first 3 months. And if they crack before 3 months, you've got a very damaged individual. Somebody needs a lot of healing, because if they crack within 3 months and they show you a darker side of themselves, yeah. Ding, ding, ding. There it is. right? Okay. So your one is 32 hours and the other is 24 hours a week, and seasonal is just short 5-hour shifts during your busy peak airport times. Okay. And is that not every week, right? That's just kind of like as needed. It's on an as needed basis. I have too, Fred. I made that mistake so many times. You go all in, and oh my God, and so many times my poor friends and family, they all tried to warn me, and I'm like, no, they're different. They're different. As needed. Okay. Okay, that's better. That's not so bad, but you're still going to be running ragged. I'm going to tell you right now, you're still going to be pulled in a lot of different directions here. You're going here, there, and everywhere. Things are moving real fast. Also, now you have to manage other people helping you. Delegation is not as simple as it sounds. You still have to manage the delegation. It's all good and well to just hand something off, but it doesn't become autopilot just yet. You have to work out a system. You guys have to work out, kind of your rhythms, your patterns, get that going. But I have a feeling it should happen. It should happen just as quickly as you're moving here. This is fast. This is fast. This is fast. This is you trying to just keep it all together. While that main character is still in play, right? Our moral compass, our integrity, keeping that barometer in check here. Okay. Bottom of the deck. That looks good. Knight of Pentacles, 8 of Pentacles. That looks good. Hanged Man, Hermit. Okay. So I think that this is changing you for a different style of existence here. This is giving you a lot of time to just kind of work on self. I think you're, by proxy, this is also going to align you, haphazardly into your spiritual alignment. So I do see that happening. Yeah. This is you kind of staying in limbo and off on your own. Off you go. Sticking to yourself a little more. Okay. Yeah. That's what happened to me when I had 3 jobs, bro. I was so busy working. I didn't have time to spend the money. I didn't have time to make new connections. But I was banking. Man, I was banking. I made so much money I could afford to take like 2 months off when I got my RV. So I was like settled, got used to it, set my course of travel, and then traveled. It was pretty cool. I was working, boy. Okay, I'm back at it again. More work. You and me both, kid. 'Tis the season. Let's work. Right? Okay. Yes. Good. Now that next question, let's see here. Do we see success at the new job? Real fast. Big success. This looks very good, very successful. I see it being very supportive. I see you finding a lot of opportunity here to grow and build with that company. So that looks really, really good. And as always, it is what you make it. It is what you make it. There is no such place as utopia. I'm going to tell you that right now. It's going to be what you make it. But I think your mind's in the right place to make the most out of this opportunity. I think that's going to be good for you, Layla. Okay. So now we have, will you learn the tools to heal your trauma and past? That is going to take the right people in place, the right guides to pull you in the direction to help to navigate. You're so handsome. To help navigate you to the awareness so that you know where to go in the future to get those tools. You'll know that space and that frame of mind. You'll know when to tune into that energy and say, okay, here's that feeling coming up. This is what I need to do in this situation. And then you'll know more practically. This is a situation that's occurring for me now. I've been in this situation before. I've done these things before and it's gotten me to this place. Now, what could I do differently this time to have a different outcome? And this is giving you that moment of pause and awareness. Okay. So it's about finding the right people to be able to help you to become more aware of that, to give you the tools, right? So it's about sitting with you and talking through the previous experiences, going back to the childhood experiences from the beginning to now. What are some repeat patterns? What are some things that have come up that could have been, addressed differently, do you think? Okay. So is this going to happen? And, and again, you could sit there and try to make it work with somebody and walk them to, the answers that they're kind of trying to help you find. But if it's not, I think it's going to be do you like your therapist right now? How long have you been seeing your current therapist? Are you seeing a therapist? So you are seeing a therapist, but is it like a person or is it a service? Are you going in? Are you calling on the phone? Or is it like you have a group of people you follow? Buying a used car, then getting in a relationship. Boy, ain't that the truth, Fred? Ain't that the truth? That is so true. It's so true. So many people are opting out right now of even, going through any of the hassle. It just feels like a hassle to try to, be in a partnership and deal with all that. It's very overpowering. It's very overwhelming. It's all consuming sometimes. If you're not mentally healthy, it can become all consuming. If the person you're dealing with is not healthy, I've made that discovery about myself. I don't like who I am when I'm in a relationship. I don't like the fact that I'm not able to be my full self. I'm not able to offer what I have. I'm of more use single than I am in a relationship. I'm of way more use. Okay. Not completely sure yet. It's a female I see over video. Okay. Twice with her. Okay. So you don't have a real good feeling with her yet. Okay. Let's see. I focused on you and kids' future. Okay. All right. So is Leela going to land with a good counselor? Is Leela currently with a good counselor or good therapist? Is Leela currently with a good therapist for her? Ace of Wands. Okay. I saw the Six of Cups trying to come out. That's pretty good. All right. Eight of Pentacles in the reverse. Seven of Swords. Is she relatively new and young? Is he or she relatively new or young? I'm getting female. Oh, yeah, you said her. Okay, sorry. I was seeing a female in my head. Leela, here's my thing. With my goal setting and the education I'm going to be doing, my channel growth, my collective, my clientele. I have a really big clientele following again. It's happening really fast where I'm starting to build clientele again. So they're becoming more dependent upon me for their look, their hair. Like no one else can do it. People are coming out of the woodworks to find me. It has to be me. So I have that. Now I have another tie on me holding me into hair. Now I feel personally responsible for these people's looks because they trust me and I can do it. And I feel, I don't know. Anyway, yeah, so it's about balancing yourself and finding that ability to flow well and make it all work while still having the opportunity to do what I need to do for me. Let's see. She told you about some things in her personal life, so I'm not sure she's okay. She's told you about herself. Okay. So now sometimes I will do that in my readings to give a sense of familiarity, also a sense of like trust building, letting you into my life so that you know that I am also a human and or whatever. But when you're I've dealt with some very professional, expensive therapists. I knew nothing about their lives, not one darn thing. I didn't know if they were married. I didn't know if they had kids, because it's not about them. That's not why I'm paying money. I'm paying money to talk about me. And if anything ever came up, it was at the end of the session when we're leaving and we're talking, I'm leaving for the holiday, traveling, going to see family, or something like that. But it wasn't like my wife, my kids, my whatever. I didn't know details. I'm just going to tell you that right now. And they were very expensive. Like $150 an hour back in the day too. That was oof. Exactly. And then there's that. So there's a level of giving you a sense of familiarity with them, and it's like relating to you. It's building trust through relatability. So there's that fine line that somebody could be walking, but if it becomes, details and to where sections and chunks of your time is going towards her life, that's a red flag. I would probably hunt around and look for somebody else and just see if, you get the vibe you're looking for, because you're not locked in and committed. You didn't marry this woman. You know what I mean? It's not only about her. You can absolutely dip around. I've known people that have 2 or 3 therapists at one time. And if you're going through a crap ton of stuff, I highly recommend at least having 2, at least, because we can't pour everything into one, and you may hear from another something that you wouldn't hear from one. I've got it all planned out. Once I become a counselor, I'm going to have I'm going to have a therapist for tough love, and I'm going to have one to coddle me. I'm going to have one that's going to give it to me how I need it, and then I'm going to have one that's going to nurture me and pour baby and pat my head. Yeah, it is a lot of I'm not sure. It was a lot of details. Gonna see how it went. Okay, that's fair. That's fair. That's fair to give it one more chance. But I'm going to tell you right now, when this is coming out, when I'm asking about her, the eight of Pentacles is upside down. This is disorganization. This is a bad work ethic. This is somebody who is not super educated. And they're trying to, and it almost seems like they're almost trying to get away with it, with the 7 of Swords coming out and the 8 of Pentacles. This is somebody who kind of doesn't know what they're doing, and they're trying to get away with it. She may be brand new. This girl may be this is her first month doing public sessions, sessions for the public, right? This is her first month. Or this is somebody who is very new, is what I'm getting here. Unfortunately, when it comes to your current therapist. Okay. Yeah, brand new. The Fool card at the bottom, Page of Pentacles. I mean, it's not like she's uneducated. She's not uneducated. But it's Oh my gosh, yeah. That's another thing. As like insurance would cover one, and then you would find maybe a less expensive one to just kind of coddle you and an empathetic ear. That's kind of what I am anyway. I'm very cheap therapy. Soon I'll be going to school, so I'll have some accreditation behind all these words I'm saying. So I'll make it more poetic and prophetic. I'm going on intuition alone. Love to have it. I know. Let's see. Listening to her problems is the difference in sharing. She went through this and can relate, and telling all of her issues of the week. Right. Exactly, Fred. Yeah. There's a very fine line. And I would heavily monitor that. If it happens in every single session, if you have 4 sessions and she does it every time, that's too much. If she does it like twice out of 4, that's okay. That's okay. You're a great cuddler. I mean, coddling, though. This is about like letting somebody cry and telling them you're absolutely right. You poor baby. I can't believe they did that to you. You're so special and so amazing. You're so wonderful. How dare they? That's coddling. That's like taking you in my arms and being your mama. I'm going to be your mama bear and hug on you and stroke your hair and tell you everything's going to be fine. And they'll get theirs. But cuddling Fred is very different. That's what I have him for. He's my cuddle buddy. Oh my goodness, he's so good at cuddles. He's so tolerant and he's soft and squishy. I love it. I know you're squishy. Anyway, okay. Therapists and mental health workers. Yes. Mental health workers, therapists. Yes, exactly. There's different levels for sure. Absolutely. If you have a really good mentor, even a good mentor, someone that you can go to that is, very regular, very consistent, that is a great resource as well. When somebody, can kind of guide you based on their experience and how they've dealt with things and how they got to where they are today. But again, that takes time. We have to be very careful about who we're investing in. You don't want to go and just follow anybody just because it's good showmanship. I see so many spiritual practitioners out there who are popular because of aesthetic and because of charisma. It has nothing to do with skill set. They have no idea what they're talking about, but they're very charming, very charismatic, and they have great aesthetic. And so they have a giant following, which is very, very misleading for a lot of people because we think about that. That's how I buy things on Amazon. I look for the reviews, I look for the most reviews, and I look for the highest reviews. And if it's got a lot and they're really big, I'm buying it. I'm going for it because the masses are doing it, right? But that's for consumerism. Consumerism is not the same as seeking guidance and therapy. Seeking guidance and therapy is very different. Okay. You get all that stuff. I know all of it. Yeah. The whole spectrums. Okay. Many folks' problems and made them feel better and listen, but just for people included. Right. Yes. And that's it. That's that energy budget. We cannot be an open faucet. You can't just turn the faucet on and walk away. We'll flood out. The whole earth will flood away and drown. Okay. Now, okay, inner healing. Any inner healing messages? Oh, Ten of Swords. Any healing messages? Queen of Swords. They're asking you to be more cutthroat, baby. They're asking you to be more cutthroat. This is about, they're needing you to be almost, God, think warrior mode. Okay. This feels dramatic, but this is like, you think about when you come out of a breakup, right? And it's almost like going Kill Bill or, the villainesque. You're becoming. Do you feel like you could go into a villain era? Do you feel like that? Yeah, you need to work on that. I think they're asking you to go into this villain era. They're asking you to be more cutthroat. This is about taking no crap no more, okay? Putting an end to all the bullshit from now on, forevermore. With the Justice card. That's what's going to help you. You need to get into your villain era. Four of Pentacles. That came out for the weekly reading. Holding your cards more closely to your chest, being less open. You know what's not out here? There's no cups out here. No emotions. More like the people that play you. Not even. No. No, this is about taking what has happened to you and using it to strengthen yourself. This is strengthening yourself. This is becoming less naive, less gullible, less available to be so susceptible. Okay. Vijay, hi. Welcome back. Speaking of my clientele, hi. How are you? You've been doing good? Welcome back. More assertive and dominant. Step into your masculine energy. Absolutely. Yes. And that's exactly what it is. You need to step into your villain era, my darling. This is going to help you to start that inner healing, because this is about putting your fortress up. You're putting your fortress up and you're restricting yourself and you're saying, less people can have access to me right now. I am not available for just anybody and for just anything. You're being more insightful, more pragmatic and practical about what you're allowing in. Okay. Can work on that. Look up the villain era. There's this artist Peachka, and she has songs about it. Some of her stuff's a little tough to take, but she has a song called Entering My Villain Era. It's pretty empowering. I've got 5 of Pentacles at the bottom, Death card. Hello, look at you. Sick and tired of being sick and tired. Ain't you tired, Miss Hilly? This is you being sick and tired of being sick and tired. You're over it. You're done with it. We got to rebirth. Look at that. Rebirth. You was born again, girl. We're about to born you up again. Oh, my camera's having difficulty. There you go. Come with me. Come with me. Focus. Okay. This is that help you seek, and you're finally going to start asking for it. You need to start asking for the change, asking for the help you need to change. This is being very open to the help. Okay. Stop looking for new situations to replace old situations. You need to rebuild. You need to rebuild from the inside out. Okay. Once you rebuild from the inside out, your structure is infallible. Hello, there she is. You're going into a relationship with your higher self. This is a relationship with your higher self, my love. It's the best relationship there is. Welcome to my relationship status, my friend. You will love it here. It is very safe. It is very uplifting. It is very empowering. There is nothing but love here. There is nothing but peace and understanding and compassion. There is acceptance for timing, whatever you need, however you need it. That is the relationship you get when you go into the relationship with your higher self. It's not about what can you do for me. It's about where are we energetically? What are you available for? Because it's all good. No matter what you need, no matter what you say, every decision you make is the exact right one. That's what it's like to be in a relationship with yourself. Every choice you make is exactly right. Every decision you make, everything you want to do, what you want to eat, where you want to hang that picture, what you want to watch on TV tonight, what do you want to listen to? Do you want to listen to nothing? You want to drive to work in silence? Cool. Great. I love it. You want to listen to hip hop today? I'm down, like 4 flat tires. You feeling country today? Yeehaw, giddy up, let's go. Whatever you want to do. You want Chinese tonight? Let's go. I'm down. You want sushi? Love it. Let's do it. Okay. I love it. This is good. I like this for you. I have your foundation being set up. I have things coming. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Okay. Looks good. I love this reading for you. This is, yeah, it's Leila's time. Time for Leila. Let's see. What's blocking you? You're welcome. I'm gonna look real fast. What's blocking you? What's blocking Leila? Rushing. Going too fast. Going way too fast. There's that confusion card again. Ushering in confusion. You need clarity, so you need to move slower. You need to move slower for clarity. Your life's about to get really, really busy, so you have got to slow yourself down. No matter how quickly you need to move in life, you have got to just simplify, slow it down. Don't rest in this mindset either. We've got being a victim and no good ones. There's no good ones out there. Being a victim of everything. Boy, ain't that the pot calling the kettle black. That's so me right now. I'm there mentally. I don't think there are any good ones out there. Not for me. I just don't think it's a good idea. But don't be a victim of the fact that there aren't any prospects and nothing has worked out so far. Don't be a victim of that. Okay. Don't let it be something that is a negative in your life. Find a way to transmute that energy into something positive for you. Take that negativity and turn it into something positive for you. Okay. That will change a lot of the energy and how you're able to navigate your momentum forward. That's a block whenever we're looking at things like, oh, there's nothing good in the world, and that's why everything bad has happened to me, is because I kept focusing on them, and now I'm in the place I am because of them. That's a block. Okay. That's not the right mindset to help you propel forward. So look at the lessons. What did you learn from that? How does that empower you moving forward? That's transmutation. Okay. And look, being guarded is also another block. Being a victim is not about sitting in that negativity. We are not a victim of our circumstances. They were lessons to make us stronger, smarter, more powerful. Because you can't block out every single connection. This is the equivalent to like going around and, going through stores and locations like, don't talk to me, blah, 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 blah. I cannot make any new connections. I don't want to talk to people. I don't want any new energy. You just kind of trying to put blinders on. Don't narrow your viewpoint. Don't narrow yourself down. Life is big and bold, and we're meant to live and experience every single moment of it. But this is about making good choices, okay? Making good choices whenever you are putting yourself out there. Cool. Okay. There. I like it. Sarah. Hi, babe. I had to set an alarm so I was on time because I did take a nap after work. Can relate. Heck yes. Today was interesting. It was steady, but it was a lot. We're short-staffed today too. So anyway, I work with people who don't want to work. Yes, more discernment. Yes, absolutely. Very selective, picky choosy. Very picky choosy. And that's about that's a part of our energy budget too. It's being very selective about what is allowed to have access to us. What are we going to allow to have our focus? And that's putting yourself on this kind of untouchable level to where you're just, picking and choosing what you're allowing and what is not allowed and what is going to be for later and what is going to be for a different vibe. This gives you perspective. Cool. I love it. Good reading, dear. Good reading. Let me hug and squeeze on you as I release your energy. Thank you so much for trusting our guidance. I hope that helped. I hope it resonated. I love doing readings. I love this. I've never felt more complete, more happy than when I'm doing this. Vijay, are you here? You been doing okay? Just working? Hanging with the fam, working? I'm very glad Sarah made it. Did you have a good rest? You're so welcome. Thank you. Just finished a personal live reading for the beautiful Layla. Very empowering reading. I love that. And now you get to go back and watch it anytime you want. It's going to be on this live stream. Facebook does tend to delete them after, I think, a month. They go in and delete them unless I download them. I'm not trying to download anything on my phone, this limited room. But it will always be on YouTube. So you'll know the date was the last day of February in 2026. You can go on and come back to this reading and touch base and just kind of come back to it whenever you need to. Ooh, one more card. Searching within. Searching within, Leela. What I see outside is a reflection of my inner self. What I see outside of me is a reflection of my inner self. Okay. Do you understand that? Everything we think and feel affects our quantum field. So everything that you're experiencing is a reflection of yourself, what you've been through, your experiences, how you've reacted, how you've handled things. Okay. I empower myself by looking within to understand the root of any challenge I face. My inner wisdom offers the clarity and healing I need. As I explore myself, I transform and grow. Yeah. That's what this is. This is all taking you away from that outer experience. And a lot of times, that's what I talk about a lot of times with a lot of my collective is we're all being taken away from our outer experiences. We consistently go and look outside of ourselves to fulfill us within. And it always sends us back within. Every time we seek that fulfillment outside of us, it shoves us back to ourselves. Go sit down and do some inner work. Why did you need to go get that? Why did you need to have that fulfillment? That's where you need to focus on. Where did that point come up in your decision making that said, I'm going to invite outside sources so that something inside of me is not feeling sad or angry or lonely or devoid or less than? And your assumptions based on experiences or misguided information is sending you to try to frantically fulfill and create whenever all the external work is distracting you from the inner work, which is where the actual answers lie. That's where your peace is. That's where the freedom is unlocking that piece of you where it all began. And why do we sit in the moment where we seek that validation, where we seek external fulfillment, where we seek codependent connections? Okay. Grace, hi. Mwah, mwah, mwah. Hello, beautiful. Welcome. Yay, look at this. Everybody. Grace, look at you. She's in YouTube. She's in Facebook. Boom, boom, boom. You're like the baby guinea. Y'all, this little 3-month-old little guinea pig, she is a dart. She goes, choo, 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 choo. The other two are just walking around. She's done about 10 figure eights around each of them already, and they're just strolling. That's Grace right now. She's my 3-month-old guinea. Too late to get the good stuff. Y'all are funny. Retrograde's kicking your booty. I'm sorry. About me. You're so cute. We focused all on Miss Leela just now. We just wrapped it up. Nightmare is supposed to be in Pisces. Yeah, I know. All my Pisces babies are here, showing up and showing out. All my Pisces babies are here, showing up and showing out. We did do a collective in the beginning as well. If anyone is interested in going back and watching that, if you're catching us late, we did a look at the week ahead using the Celtic cross. Baby, you all have been through it. And I'm going to tell you this right now. If you're catching this later, go back and watch the rerun of the beginning and the first. I jumped right into the weekly reading there. Woo! Y'all been fighting and struggling and working hard to get through it. Every last one of you has been working so hard to get through this last little experience, this last little moments, this last little what have you. Goodness. Court case delayed. Ugh. Bummer. That's a big bummer. VJ, do you want to ask a question? Lunar eclipse. Yes, you're Wednesday. It's Tuesday here and Wednesday for my friends in the Southern Hemisphere. Absolutely. Yep. Talked about that in the beginning. Yeah, Mercury retrogrades right now. So car problems, laptop. Yep. I'm so sorry. That's just what it do. That's it. That's a bummer. You're so handsome. Look at this handsome boy. You're so handsome. Everyone's going through it. My goodness. Need a quick cleanse. He has been right here the whole time. So much for this not being a long live. Sorry, Fred. Fred, are you doing okay? I was going to try to not hold him on here too long, and it's 2 hours. I'm so sorry, Fred. You doing okay over there? He's always blessing us. We all broke ass. Broke ass. AF. Okay. Well, I guess Vijay left. I was going to let him ask me a question. Okay, darlings. Let's see. Well, everyone's coming in late. I feel so obligated to do at least a little more. Let's look. We did some life message cards. Let's see. Crossing into light. Crossing into light. Hang on here. Watching the camera while we're on. Okay. Goodness. Bless them. Bless them, bless them, bless them. Go there. Thank you. Okay. Crossing into light. There's the bridge, my darlings. Here's the bridge. We're ready to go. Facing a new bridge on my journey to inner transformation. Like every day, I practice the laws of universal love. I approach the current situation with positivity, knowing it will help me grow and evolve. As I cross this bridge towards the light, I am reminded of the true meaning of life. The true meaning of life. Universal love. Indeed. Okay, what else? Appreciation. Appreciation. Look at this abundant mountain of wealth and abundance. Oh no, I'm so sorry Saphira is suffering. Oh, healing vibes to everybody. Oh my gosh, especially to Saphira. My mom just had a sinus infection she got over, so it was icky. She got a shot in the tuchus and was good to go within 6 hours, and she's been on medication. It was gone within 3 days. So that shot in the tuchus, though, that's the punch you need. Grateful for the abundance in my life. As I focus on all that is wonderful, my worries lighten. Focusing on all that is wonderful. Focusing on the wonderful. This lightens the worries. With a full heart, I appreciate all I have. I accept what is as it is and choose contentment. I express my loving thanks to the universe for the wealth that is mine. Wealth is just not only monetary. Wealth is health. Wealth is shelter. Wealth is having cleanliness and option. having the ability to have options. That is considered wealth in a lot of places. Whenever you have more than one of something, whenever you have five, if you've got 5 pairs of jeans and somebody, doesn't even have a pair of jeans, you would be considered very, very wealthy. So this is about focusing on, the small things, being grateful, living in the energy of gratitude to invite more gratitude. Okay. Appreciation and abundance there. I welcome. Last card, kids. I welcome. These are so beautiful. Feel so otherworldly. That's so cool. How beautiful. I embrace my life as it comes, trusting each step of my path to fulfillment. I flow with ease, welcoming all experiences, even the challenging ones, knowing they serve my highest good. Everything unfolds for my greater benefit. Unfolds for my greater benefit. In the moment, it is very difficult to deal with the struggles, the challenges, the situations unlike anything we've ever experienced before, right? What fresh hell is this, right? What do we do now? You've been prepping for this your whole life, because here is your opportunity to overcome this next challenge, right, kids? This is your opportunity to move through this with everything you've been preparing for with it up until now. So this is your chance. This is that moment when we are stepping into our reality and into the face of opportunity. That's what it is. It's always an opportunity. It's either an opportunity to learn more or to overcome. But no matter what, we are going to continually be faced with opportunity, whether it is presented in challenges or if it is presented in lucrative opportunities, or if it's presented in love. There's always going to be an opportunity just around the corner. Every day we're given the opportunity. The sun rises, you have the opportunity to get up and to do something with your day, learn something, improve something, grow in some way, challenge yourself in some way, accomplish a little task, a minor task, a major task, whatever it is. Okay. She heard it. Yay. Mwah. Big hug, Safira. You get better. Okay, real quick, kids. We're going to do a candle for everybody. You asked me, Cody. Yes. How do I know if I had timeline shift? Oh, something has changed in the chorus was initially going down. Timeline shifts. That's very interesting. That's a change in your vibration, a change in your energy. You just feel things are different. Things are going different. I've had a recent timeline shift by moving away from a course of trajectory into a different path. I'm on the same forward movement, but I'm in a parallel universe. I was in one universe where I was living in my RV full time and I was, making it work. I had it figured out. I was functioning. Life was, going as it would and as good as it could. Then I saw an opportunity parallel to it to have that same momentum, but to change my course entirely. So I'm still on forward momentum. I'm still me. I'm still forward progressing, but I'm in a different energy. Okay. Does that make sense? I'm in a different timeline altogether because now I have different responsibilities. I have new challenges that come up every single day, but I'm still in that forward momentum. Okay. Does that make sense? She smiled. Good. Oh, poor baby. No, this year is going to be way better. This is the year, the Lunar New Year just happened. So we're in the year of the fire horse. No more snake. We're shedding all that. We shed all that energy. We're in a shedding We were in a shedding energy last year. The lunar year, the year of the 9 is so 2025. Yeah, 2025 was the year of 9. 9 is the snake year. So that's shedding. So last year was about getting rid of everything that is too heavy, that is, one final gut punch lesson. That last hoorah. Are you finally getting it now? Was that last year? Okay. So now do what it takes to never have this experience again. Do whatever you got to do to make sure that that doesn't go in that direction ever again, or you never cross that path again, or something like that. But that was what last year was. That was about shedding everything. This year is about taking what we're left with. What do we like to do? What do we love to do? Where do we want to go? What do we want to be? How do we want to present ourselves? What do we want to feel? And going now in that direction. Okay. You felt a timeline shift how this court case went. Okay. All of a sudden, 4 lawyers said I could not proceed that day with the judge. And I felt okay with it and not bummed like it was a redirection. And protection is a redirection. Yes. The legal team was apologizing. I think it saved me from a nightmare, but put me on a better course. Absolutely. And that's the thing of it, is that you can't second guess anything, and don't dwell on what might have been, because it's not. It just isn't. And that is wasted energy, is to sit in the energy of shoulda, coulda, woulda, or what if, or if only. I mean, that is the land of speculation, and we could be theoretically, God, Mercury retrograde is philosophically. We could be philosophically trying to figure out every single thing possible, but it's just, yeah. Anyway, I lost my whole thing. Thank you, Fred, for that. I appreciate you. I appreciate your little taps and your shares, your subscribes. Exactly. Thank you, Fred. Okay. Protection is redirection. Said regroup. All good to go. Let's kick ass with what? High up lawyer has advised this meal work out even better for me. Wow. There's so many cooks in your kitchen. And that's the thing too, is that it's probably just too convoluted. There's just a lot going on. And sometimes more is not better. More sometimes is just chaos. It doesn't always equal better. Sometimes it's just very heavy. So, okay, kids, let's close out and do a quick candle for everybody. All right, we're going to do a quick candle for everybody. Thank you so much, everyone, for tuning in, hanging out, playing along. I much, much, much appreciate everyone. All right, here we go. Let's do a candle. A candle in the wind. Not really. What the heck? Okay. Oh. Hey there. All right. Ooh. I'm standing up. That's a lot to stretch. Okay. So, my babies, we're going to do a little protection candle. I would like to scrub the energy off of us. Yes. Let's regroup, reset. I'm trying to find something to set this on, but I don't have it. So I'll use a jar lid. When in a pinch, yes. Something metal will do. All right, here we go. And this will be good. Okay, little baby candle. Little baby candle. Thank you guys so much. I appreciate everybody Let's see. So what we're going to use here, this is my protection for the live. This is the candle I already have going. So I have a protection, we have an abundance, and then we have a love candle. So everybody's in the energy of love, or else Fred will boot you. Fred will boot you out of here if you don't come in here with loving vibes. Okay, here we go. So let's go ahead and clear the energy. So we will clear the energy here. Thank y'all for hitting that like button. I appreciate y'all. If you're watching the replay, go ahead and put the city in which you are watching from, the country if you are not from the States. I'm always so interested to hear where you all are from. If I don't know who you are, if you're interested in a private reading, all that can be found on the website. All the links are on my page. If you are interested at all, many blessings. Okay, here we go. So let's do a quick candle for everybody here. So we're going to say, for my soul family, love and protection to my soul family. I get that for you. Love was Athena, share some more to be. Okay. That's a little my deities, I just say. Pay my respects to my deities there. Okay, so we're gonna use this one here. Protect from evil. Okay, we're gonna use this puppy. I've been using a lot of it. All right, good. It hasn't expired yet. Still good to go. Gotta hurry up and use it. I've been using it. All right, so we're gonna take this. Just a little hair. I go clockwise. Okay. First of the month tomorrow. Yes. I do it on Thursdays also. Thursdays and the first of the month. Yes, ma'am. Or was that when you married your ex? Oh my gosh. That's why I was just saying in the beginning of the chat how I cleaned my bathroom last night. That's why I pushed my live back. I had something come up and then it took care of itself early, and then I was going to come on, but I decided to not, and I was going to go on TikTok, and it was way too bumping. Like it was like big names reading. I was like, I don't even want to get lost in this shuffle. So I just decided to clean my bathroom instead, because I'm doing a spiritual bath on the day of the lunar eclipse. Finally, it's been over a year since I've been able to do an actual spiritual bath with candles, herbs, oils, binaural beats, and a speaker, the whole nine, crystals all around the bathtub. I'm so excited. It's been a minute since I've done one of these like deep meditative baths, but I'm really looking forward to it. So excited. Okay, so we've done air, we've done the inscribe, we've done water with the oil. So now we're going to do earth with the herbs. So we will do an herb mixture here, and I already have a mixture. I'm just going to keep using that one, but I'm actually going to put a little bit of everything. Some of you have some court things going on. Okay, some of you have court stuff happening. So I'm going to give a little bit of that for those of you going through some court things. So we'll add that in here. Any of you going through anything having to do with the justice system, if you were experiencing anything with the judicial system, if you were having legal woes, if you have things coming up with attorneys, judges, anybody hearing or listening to anything that has been added. Look at that big old chunk of, there's like a big old piece of star anise in there. Not funny. It's in this. I'm okay. In the chunkies. Okay. All right. Yes, absolutely. So there's some quartz stuff. Okay. Now we're also going to add just basic protection. So I have some of that left in here. So we're going to have basic protection for everybody. May you all continue to be protected and looked after. Your spirit guides, your guardians, your angels have always got your back. They're always looking out for you and leading and guiding you in the best direction possible. You are open and aware to their message, their guidance, and their advice. Okay? You're always open to that. We're going to add some love. So we're going to do some love herb in here for everybody. This is going to invite in love. This is going to heal love. This is going to promote self-love. We're going to empower my soul family with self-love above all else. Oh, wow, that's getting beautiful. Look at this bad mama jamma. She's so beautiful. Isn't that lovely? You see some lavender, you see some rose, you see some dragon's blood. We've got some witch's grass in here. There's going to be all kinds of things, all kinds of yummy goodies. We've got chamomile. We've got, goodness, what else? Let's see. Willow bark. Pennyroyal. Pennyroyal is great for attracting money. Great for attracting money. This is great for protection here. Got some rosemary leaf. Of course, rose petals. I got a ton of rose petals. I deal with a lot of rose petals. The bulk stuff I have, lavender, the big stuff, and then I have my little stuff. Okay, but anyways. Oh, these are great. These are also in the love hibiscus petals. These are potent. Very potent. Okay. Anyway, so there's a ton of things all in here. Lovely, lovely things all in here. So there's some love. And last but not least, those of you looking to build your finances. We've got financial and abundance building herb mixture here. I'm almost ready to make a new batch of this. Just about out of this. So I'm going to bring in and draw abundance, money, and wealth. And most importantly, now this is something I invite in with all of my money spells, the wisdom and the knowledge to manage it well. Okay. Not only do we want to attract wealth and money, we want the wisdom and the knowledge to manage it well. Got that? Okay. That's something I always try to draw in. So now we're going to put some citrine. We've got a piece of citrine here. I'm going to draw that in. We've got some green moss agates. We'll put that here. We've got some Jezebel root. We'll put that here. Got some black calcite. I'm going to put that here. What else? Let's see. We'll use a piece of amethyst, a raw piece of amethyst. We'll put that here. We'll use a raw piece of rose quartz. Raw rose. We'll put that here. Okay. Oh. The citrine and sapphires, beautiful. Very cool. My birthstone's the ruby. Okay. To my collective, to my soul family, all the powers that I have evoked into this candle, may they be sent to my collective. May they empower them and fill them with love and hope and courage and bravery to be able to conquer all the challenges that life invites in, and so that they may also handle everything with dignity, grace, and love. Most importantly, in love. So mote it be, Ashe. So mote it be. Okay, here we go. Now, I like to not use lighters when I'm lighting my candles. I like to use matches if I can, or I will take the source from a light that's already done. I'll use like an old stick or something. Let's see here. I don't have matches here. It's empty. I'm empty. Oh, here we go. There's some. Okay, cool. Let's see. Sometimes you don't even need to strike. You can steal the flame from somewhere else. Ashe. So mote it be. Now that's going to be a doozy of a burn right there. Okay, so here's your candle, my darlings. Here's your candle from my soul family. Ooh, it sizzled. Okay. Now I'm also going to take and put, for protection, since it is going, I've got some salt here. If I can get to it without messing up my other. This will be what I use in my bath. I have this. It's a good, I don't think you can read it. It's worn out, but there's an herb mix in here. This is a great protection mix that I've got a long time ago. That's what I bathe in. There. Anyway, come on, salt. My salt is buried. Oh, for the love of Pete. Okay, finally, here we go. Okay, sorry. I'm grinder. Oh, my bottles are being. Okay, protected. You are so welcome. You guys are so welcome. We're going to let this burn. I'm not going to touch anything. And there you go, my darlings. We're going to let that energy kind of pull to each and every single one of you. I hope you feel it. Oh, many healing vibes to the beautiful Shannon. All of our thoughts and prayers are with you, my love, okay? Thoughts and prayers are with you. Absinthe is made out of wormwood. Oh my gosh, cool. Very cool. I never got to try that in all my years of drinking. I never got to try it before I quit, but I've already quit. So, oh well, I missed the boat. Absinthe. Yeah, absinthe is alcohol. Yep. That's that one that like you can set it on fire and drink it or something like that. It's said to have potential hallucinogens in it as well, from what I understand, but I don't know. I think it's whoever's taking it and how their mental state is, honestly. Because the source of that information was not really not very viable. This is a beautiful candle, y'all. I love it. That is beautiful. Okay. Well, I hope y'all enjoy that energy. This is going to be for like the next 6 hours. So I want you all to try your very level best to remain in very high vibration, very light energy. I would like for you all to just think as positive as thoughts as you can, to be very forward thinking, okay? While this candle is burning for the next couple of hours or so, just try to be as positive as you can. Just marinate, if you will, in the energy of the love that we share here on each and every single one of our lives here on our soul family. From you to me and me to you. I know he came around the corner to cry at us too. I'm here too. Look, that's perfect. It fits in my heart hands. Your love. I love you guys. I hope you enjoy this candle. That's a great freeze frame. I'm going to come back and snatch that later. That's great. Yay. Okay. A couple times, didn't miss much. It's called the Green Fairy. The Green Fairy? Oh, no thanks. I had 4 horsemen and 3 wise men, and I had all kinds of weird things when I was in my drinking days. I'm good. I didn't miss nothing. Miss nothing. I love you guys. Thank y'all so very much, each and every single one of y'all, for hanging out. 22255, right when I said that. 2 hours, 22 minutes, and 55 seconds when I said that. Oh, I'm so glad. Here's a big old hug for Shannon and Frederick. Thank y'all so much. A big old squeeze and hug for Grace, for Layla. Thank you so very, very much for being here. For the lovely Sarah, for the lovely Natalia, for Delaney, for Lisa being here. I love you so very much for pulling yourself up every single day, showing up, trying, doing it. Thank you so much. I love you guys, every one of you. If I didn't mention you, VJ, thanks for popping in. It's good to see you, man. I hope I get to see you again soon. You're probably due for a haircut, man, so I'll probably see you there. All right, kids. It is such a special group. I know. I'm so honored. I love you guys. I will see you guys. Let me see. I want to put my face on it. Okay. I love you. I will see you guys very soon. Okay. You'll see a notification. I like to put the notifications up just so y'all know when I'll be here, so we can all plan for it. So it's not a surprise. So nobody's rushing around. Poor Frederick. He doesn't have to scurry and run last minute. So thank y'all. Mwah. Big hugs, everybody. You do got this. You all got this. Fred, you got this. Shannon, you got this. Safira, you got this. Gracie, you got this. Layla, you got this. Lisa, you definitely got this. Okay, babes. Mwah. Bye.